that cooks, because that is where the thing starts, should be respected while serving them in their houses or in their businesses. Why I'm saying this is because even if a governor goes to the hospital today for medication, the first question the doctor asks him, "Oga, you don't chop," which is very normal. And who does this food? Is the chef. So before the doctor, who they respect so much, administers treatment to any one of us, first thing first is food. They will ask you that question: have you eaten? If that is an important question from the mouth of a doctor, why is respect not being given to a Nigerian chef? We rather prefer to use Ghanaians, Africa Coast, Togolese. If somebody says, "I'm from England," or from South Africa, that person is paid like 600,000. The Nigerian chef is being paid 20,000. That 20,000 is with tears. As my colleague just said, that 20,000 includes washing of clothes, washing of cars, in fact, possibly barbing the man's hair. Because I've seen it. He said, "Chef, I beg, come, help me barb my hair first." See, things like that. Let governments just look into it. And if it's possible for government to place us on a scale where they say minimum wage, let it cut across. Because this profession, some got it from university, some from on-the-job training. On-the-job training is even more better. Because if you go to the university, you just read the books and come back. But on-the-job training, that person is well trained. So salaries for this category of people in this country should be thoroughly looked into. That is my own answer.
Before we give our ministry representative the chance to respond to those comments, let me quickly add to that. My Oga and Madam, I call you so because the culinary profession is the driving force of the hospitality industry, which is solely under your ministry. It is so sad that if government is doing salary increment, minimum wage, all those things, our profession is always at the lacking side. And yet, if you look at the role we play in the tourism industry, the role we play even in the domestic front, which, as we are talking about gender equality, the man and the woman now are involved in going out for business, source for money and all those things. Who takes care of them? Who makes them able to do their official duties properly? It is the chef at home. But when this, simply because it's not, our profession is not regulated by any government ministry, we are so sidelined and left into the hands of some wicked employers who only exploit to maximize profit. The worst of all, why the Association of Professional Chefs came up with the decision of forming themselves into one was because we realized that there is a downward trend in the practice, in the culinary practice. And we decided that if we come together, we could pass knowledge, share ideas, train ourselves, constant training, just as we started today. But you discover that most of these employers who feel so reluctant to pay for courses, as something like Nigerian hotels used to do in those days, they are only concerned with profits, making profits. They don't bother about paying for further trainings, courses, and all those things. And then the association is bringing out this type of platform. They block their staffs from attending it. They even block their staffs from being members of the association. Only them knows the reasons for that. So we are soliciting that the Ministry of Culture and Tourism should give the culinary profession a place in their plannings and budgeting. And the Association of Professional Chefs is ready to go headlong to make sure that we transform the profession so that it can compete with what we are having outside. How they feel, our employers, our Nigerians, feel comfortable going to South Africa to pick a chef and pay 300,000. How did that chef become so knowledgeable? It's constant training. It's because those governments in those countries take care. Bothers about the employers there, bothers about constant trainings. And you are now going to pick and pay very high and then killing your own brothers and sisters. So please, the only way out is for the Ministry of Culture and Tourism to liaise with the Association of Professional Chefs on lots of issues that could change the culinary profession, and by so doing, it will transform far the work of tourism industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You must first of all strengthen your association. I think that is very important. That's your voice, and that's what you have to be able to conquer all this. And we are aware, most of what you've just said here, we have experienced it. As we have been going, we've been interacting with most operators. We find out they have problems with training. They don't want to train you people for so many reasons and all that. And we are trying our best to see what we can do. Gradually we'll get there eventually. I'm also using this opportunity to encourage your association to be part of the ministry's e-database ongoing project, where you'll be able to be on the portal, the government portal, be able to showcase what you do and what you are and what you have. I'm assuring you people today that it might take time, but Rome was not built in a day. Definitely we will get there, and we'll be able to get a standard and make sure there's a standard where you can't just turn your chef to be your room service and your barbers and all that. It will eventually stop. But I'm using this opportunity to encourage you people to continue what you're doing. Build your association very well. When you stand, you'll be able to come back to work. Thank you.